Do you need a healthy sleep pattern to lucid dream? Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot. It's me, Matt here, and today I'm discussing the subject of whether or not you need a good sleeping pattern to lucid dream. Now, the simple short answer is no, you don't, but it is going to be very helpful. So you don't actually need a good sleeping pattern to lucid dream. When I started lucid dreaming, I had the worst sleep pattern ever. My sleep pattern was off a lot of the time. I would stay up all night, I would do all sorts of things, and my sleep was just all over the place. I would stay up for 2 days sometimes. I would go to sleep at like 6 in the morning. Some days I would sleep all afternoon. I basically didn't have a proper sleep pattern whatsoever, and I still lucid dreamed. I didn't have any particular trouble with it. It's not going to necessarily stop you from lucid dreaming. But the thing is, if we want to actually cultivate a long-term plan for lucid dreaming, then we want healthy sleep. We want a reliable sleep pattern that stays the same, because when it changes up, that can affect your lucid dreaming in unpredictable ways. Maybe you change up your sleep pattern after a dry spell and it gets you a lucid dream, but maybe it does the opposite. You've been having lots of lucid dreams and you go to sleep later one night and you just stop lucid dreaming. These kind of things can happen, and when your sleep pattern is unpredictable, so are your results. So if you actually want to rely on the results that you're getting, you want to have a sleep pattern that is more or less the same most of the time. Now, there are some exceptions to this. There are some methods that involve you altering your sleep pattern temporarily, though in general, most of the time you want to go to bed at similar times and wake up at similar times. Now, the second part of the idea of actually having a healthy sleep pattern involves actually sleeping at night rather than during the day. I was guilty of the latter. I slept a lot during the day and was up a lot at night. I called myself a night owl. I said I was just, better when I was awake during the night, but that is not true. Every person is wired better to actually sleep during the night and be up in the day, unless you have some kind of disorder or something. That is just the way it is. And the reason for that is that in darkness, our brain produces a substance called melatonin, which is responsible for regulating our sleep. And it is also involved in dreaming, and this is why this is very useful, because if you don't produce enough melatonin, your dreams are going to be less vivid, you're going to have a harder time remembering them, and you're going to have a harder time getting lucid. So, by sleeping at night, you massively increase your chances of actually getting lucid and remembering your dreams and having very vivid and long-lasting lucid dreams. Worst case scenario, if your job prevents you from doing that, then what you can do is wear a sleep mask. This will allow you to get some melatonin production going because you block out all the light, so when you sleep in a day you'll still get a normal level of melatonin and you'll still be able to have good lucid dreams. In the long run though, you really want to be up during the day and sleep at night, because the problem with actually using a sleep mask during the day is that you're going to get kind of inconsistent levels of melatonin depending on when you actually put the sleep mask on and stuff like that. Depending on how much lighting there is in the nights, you might actually find that you actually get high levels of melatonin during the night still, being produced because of the darkness and so on. And your sleep pattern is just going to mess up because of this over time. You're not going to get as well rested, and your lucid dreaming is going to suffer as a result. So it's not ideal. If you can sleep at night, then do so. But if your job prevents you from doing so, then don't stress about it too much. You can still have a great, time lucid dreaming, even if you're going to sleep in the day. It's not going to prevent you from doing it. It's just that it would be ideal if you could sleep at night. So I hope this video answered your questions on the subject. And if you enjoyed it and you want more lucid dreaming content or more self-development content in general, then remember to subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, then you can find out more all about that, all the different tiers available and so on my Patreon page. Thanks once again for watching. Take care.